All right, today we're diving into something pretty cool. The idea of spiritual gifts. Those unique talents and callings that, according to our source material, can unlock this incredible sense of joy and purpose in our lives.
So let me ask you something, and be honest. Ever feel like you're just searching for your purpose? Kind of like you're going through the motions, looking for that one thing you were really made to do? Well, that feeling, that's exactly where our journey starts today. And look, we're not treating this like some heavy, serious assignment. Think of it more like a quest for joy. It's all about discovering what you were made for, uncovering that unique design that, according to our sources, is already inside you.
And this is the big promise, right here. The source material is super clear on this. When you find and actually use your unique gifts, it's not just great for other people. It brings this profound personal joy right into your own life. We're not talking about just being busy. We're talking about feeling truly alive with purpose. But why? Why does this happen? What's the bigger picture here? Okay, let's dig into the why behind all this. We're going to explore why your unique gifts really matter and why your contribution isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential.
Just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? On one side, when we're using our gifts, you see things like fulfillment, unity, purpose. But on the other side, when we don't, we're talking restlessness, feeling like things are a burden, even division. The source points out that serving others can start to feel like a heavy weight instead of a joy. So yeah, the stakes are pretty high. And this whole idea, it's not new. It's got deep roots. This verse from First Peter really nails it. It says our gifts aren't just for us to keep locked away. We're supposed to be good stewards, like good managers of whatever we've been given and use those gifts to help each other out.
Okay, so what are these gifts exactly? Let's break it down. Think of this next part as a kind of map, an atlas of the different roles out there. As I go through them, just listen and see if any of them kind of click with you. See if anything resonates.
First up, we have the teacher. You know this person. They love to get into the details, to really dig deep into the word. They're not happy with just the easy answers. They want to make complicated truths crystal clear for everyone. They're the ones who bring clarity when things get confusing. Then you've got the pastor or the exhorter. This person is your ultimate cheerleader. They're a natural encourager, always seeing the best in people. They get a real charge out of helping others reach that next level, giving them practical steps to boost their faith. All right, next is the deacon. This is the gift of serving, and these are the doers, the people with a kind of superpower for spotting a practical need and then just jumping in to meet it. They get so much joy from just helping out, often behind the scenes, not looking for any credit.
Now, this next one, the apostle, is defined here through the gift of giving, and it's way more than just writing a check. It's about someone who is wired to gather resources, money, finances, whatever, with the specific goal of giving it away generously to support God's work.
Okay, the prophet. This person is described as being absolutely laser-focused on what's right. They often see things pretty clearly, in black and white, and they feel this powerful need to speak the truth, to say what needs to be said, really boldly and without watering it down.
And here, the evangelist is all about the gift of mercy. This is someone with a huge heart. They're incredibly tuned in to how other people are feeling. They're driven by this real, genuine love to bring comfort to people who are hurting.
Last but not least, we have the bishop, which is linked to the gift of administration or leadership. This is the person who can step back and see the big picture. They're great at organizing, delegating, and guiding a team to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Okay, so those are the main roles, but that's the what. What about the how? How does this stuff actually show up in real life? Let's connect these roles to some real-world action. So, the source explains that these gifts we've been talking about, they have these outward expressions called manifestations. So like a pastor's encouragement might show up as incredible faith. A teacher's gift might look like deep knowledge. And this is where it gets really, really cool. We're going to see how these link up to something else you might know. Check this out. This shows the connection perfectly. Remember the pastor, the encourager? Well, that gift can manifest as faith, right? A kind of supernatural confidence. And where do we see that in the famous armor of God? It's the shield of faith. See how they connect? It's a really powerful idea. And here's another one, the teacher, who's all about truth and understanding. That gift shows up as knowledge. And in the armor of God, that's the sword of the Spirit. So the teacher's gift is literally the tool we use for spiritual clarity. All right, we've talked about the what and the why.
But now, let's make this about you, because this is where all the theory stops and your own personal journey can really begin. Here's the most important takeaway from all of this. According to our source material, you are uniquely, intentionally gifted. And that design has a two-part purpose: to bring joy to others and to bring glory to God. So where do you start? The source gives us 4 really practical steps. First, pray. Just ask for your gifts to be shown to you. Second, dig into the scriptures and study what they say about these gifts. Third, and this one is huge, just step out and start serving, even in small ways. A lot of the time, you find your gift by actually doing something. And finally, get connected with other people. Find a community where you can use and grow your gifts. And I want to leave you with this amazing thought from Ephesians. It says that we are God's workmanship, His masterpiece, and that we were created for good works that He prepared for us a long, long time ago. Think about that. This isn't some new plan. It's a destiny that's been waiting for you all along. So, that brings us to the final question, the one for you to really think about. After everything we've looked at, the different roles, how they show up in the world, the purpose behind it all, what good work do you think you were created for?